Hey everyone, welcome back to Emma Bean's Joy of Knitting with Gigi. And I'm Gigi. So it's been about 2 weeks since we've talked and quite a bit has happened. I went to Orlando for a 2-day trip and it was my youngest son's best friend's wedding. He asked that I give a speech at the reception giving marital advice to them because I think out of all the people that were there, I was the one who'd been married the longest. Since Mr. Knits is working right now at the NFL, he can't get away. So I went ahead and flew out, took a red eye on Sunday night and landed in Orlando Monday morning. Had to have a layover. I had to have a layover in Atlanta for probably 45 minutes. It was really surprising to me how smoothly everything has been going. I have taken, oh my gosh, I'm going to have to sit down and count how many trips I've actually taken, how many planes I've been on since Ireland, which was in September. Even I think the beginning of September. I think what I'm going to do is put together a reel. I did take video of my takeoffs and all of my landings. So maybe I'll just put together a reel. I think I may have missed 1 or 2, but it would be interesting to see how many planes I've taken in the last couple of months. Anyway, so I landed Monday morning. I was really tired, but I decided I wanted to go to Four Pearls yarn store in Winter Haven. It was an hour drive from Orlando, but I didn't have anything else to do Monday because I didn't have anything to do until Monday night at 6 o'clock. I was supposed to be in Daytona Beach for the reception dinner. So I took it upon myself to drive out to Four Pearls Yarn Shop, which I've been wanting to see this store for a long time. And I would say Laura Dobritz, who owns it, put together one of the most amazing shops. I'm actually going to put a video and some pictures here. I'll run something right there of the shop. Of course, it was full of Emma's yarns because her daughter Emma is a dyer and puts out a prolific amount of yarn in so many different colors. But she also had La Bien-Aimée. She had some Spin Cycle. She had, oh gosh, what else did she have? Those were the two main ones that I saw there that I gravitated towards. So there was a lot to look at. I did spend a couple of hours there and I met the nicest lady. Her name is Maria. I did not get her last name. I did tell her to follow me on Instagram and gave her my information here on YouTube. So I hope you're watching, Maria. If you are, reach out to me, DM me, or comment, please. I would like to get back with you. I know that she lives in Pennsylvania in the Poconos. So that was really fun to talk to her about all of her knitting. She was trying to pick out some yarn for an Elton sweater. And I showed her one that I had done, an Elton cardigan, and we kind of went over to Emma's yarns. I told her what I would do. She has beautiful blue eyes and she does gravitate towards the blues. So we were just talking and getting to know each other. We had so much fun. Then after we purchased our yarn, yes, I purchased more yarn, we sat and just relaxed and talked because she was having her yarn wound up and I had 3 skeins wound up. I was going to start a cowl, which you will see in the whips, what I purchased and kind of in the acquisitions, a couple of the other yarns that I picked up there. So anyway, I had that excursion. That was a lot of fun. Went to Daytona Beach, I actually stayed at the Hyatt Orlando International Airport. So that was kind of interesting. The hotel is actually attached to the terminal. So you can go down to level 3 and walk out, and you'll be in the terminal. On the right-hand side is the TSA security for gates 79 to 100 or 71 to 129, something like that. It was a lot. And so I ate at the food court at the airport. That's where I got my lunch on Monday. Anyway, I went to Daytona Beach for the rehearsal dinner. It was really lovely. It was a land shark grill, very casual, but they had picnic benches right on the beach, which were so fun. It had been a while since I'd been to the beach, so that was a lot of fun. I enjoyed doing that. And then Tuesday, I slept in because I was really, really tired from all the flying. And wedding started at 6 o'clock. It went kind of late just because there were a couple of technical things that happened that weren't planned. So I did my speech about 9:30, and I was a full 45 minutes away from my hotel, and my flight was at 5:30 in the morning on Wednesday morning. So I needed to get to sleep. I didn't stay for the dancing. That was kind of more of my son and the friends and the young people. So anyway, it was really nice, wonderful dinner. I love Vance. He's my son's best friend. They've been friends since 7th grade. And he is what I would say an extrovert who adopted my son, an introvert. That's how introverts, I know it's a joke, but really for my son, this is true. Extroverts adopt introverts, and that's how they become friends. And he has been just the most amazing friend. They actually have been great friends to each other. So it's a wonderful relationship, and I love to see that they are not just friends, but brothers, and that's really, really fun to see. Anyway, so I got back Wednesday morning, and then I spent the day doing laundry and getting unpacked and repacked, because Thursday, my husband and I, it was our bye week, so Sunday we did not have a game this last Sunday. So they had half day Thursday, then they had Friday, Saturday, Sunday off. So we drove down to California, and my oldest son had just celebrated his 35th birthday, and he and his wife and my 2 grandsons were in Carlsbad, California. So we kind of caught them at the end of their week-long family trip and got to stay at a place called the Beach Terrace in Carlsbad. And it was right on the beach. And we were on the 2nd floor, and we slept with the sliding glass doors open so we could hear the waves. I miss that. I miss listening to the waves. That was just so beautiful. I love that. Anyway, got to see the boys on Friday. We spent half the day with them before we took off to check in for our hotel all the way up in Claremont. So it should have been an hour and 50-minute drive. Because this is Southern California, it turned into a 2.5-hour drive. But we checked in, and Friday night we went by my sister's place, picked her up, her and her husband, and we went to our old high school who was having their homecoming game, because I was having my 40th class reunion this last weekend. So we went to the football game. Not a lot of people from our class showed up, but my old cheer coach was there, Mrs. Ty. She has not aged. I don't know how it's possible. She still honestly looks almost exactly the same as she did when I was in high school. She looked fabulous. So it was really good seeing her. It was good seeing some of my old classmates. Okay. I did get a question from someone about the name of the podcast, Emma Bean's Joy of Knitting. So I need to just tell you the background story. My oldest grandchild, she is 8. She'll be 9 next year. And her name is Emma. and her nickname is the Bean, or Emma Bean. That's what we call her. I don't know why, but she's like a little teeny jelly bean. She was so cute when she was little, and she's adorable now. But you know, when babies are tiny, they're just so cute. And I can't show you a picture here of her. I just, you know, she's a child, so I'm not going to put up a picture of her. But there is a photo that I took of her, and she was wearing a hat, a beanie hat, and it had two pom-poms on either side. And I love that photo. That photo is one of my very, very favorites of her. When I decided to do this venture, that kept coming up in my brain. And the beanie hat was knitted. It went with knitting. And so I asked to have a logo sketched of her, of that photo. So I will put the logo up right here. This is what it ended up being. And so it's Emma Beans, and joy of knitting obviously comes from me, because I have an absolute passion and joy for knitting. And I love this. It has been my life in this newest chapter of my life. Once I became an empty nester, it really became my passion. It has afforded me an ability to meet people. It has afforded me the ability to travel, to find a creative outlet, to learn new things. Oh my gosh, the things I'm learning about technology and doing this, it's amazing. I love it. I'm so grateful that I'm in this chapter, and I'm excited and I'm passionate, and I have some things that I love. I mean, I love music. I love musicals. You have no idea how much I love musicals. I read, well, now I listen, because I'm not one of those people that can knit and not look at my knitting while I'm knitting. So I have to do audiobooks. I love listening to books, and I love listening to podcasts and watching YouTube while I'm knitting. So it's a whole thing. It's a whole thing, and I love it. And Emma Bean is my first grandchild, and she is my heart and soul. I love my grandsons. They are adorable, and I wouldn't know what life would be without them. But the Bean she's my girl, and she's my buddy. And I just love her. So that's how I got the name. What am I wearing? So I am wearing the Shona top by Irene Lynn, and I knit this in La Vietnamese yarn called Alix, A-L-I-X, and the colorway is Graffiti Driftwood. And it's a yarn that Amy from La Vietnamese was at a retreat that I went to in Kansas City last year. Oh no, this year. Oh my goodness. This year, I think it was the end of March. And she helped me pick out this yarn. She thought this yarn would be great. So I paired it. I don't know if you can see, but I paired it with a pair of Lee's cargo pants. And the color is perfect. The other thing I do wear it with, and you'll probably see it when I do my roundup of styling, how to style your sweaters. It's a pair of dark wash jeans, skinny jeans, and I have a pair of knee-high suede boots that kind of have this brownish color in them, which I really like. It looks really cute. So that's what I'm wearing today, the Shona top by Irene Lynn. Now let's go on to finished objects. Ta-da! This is my finished object. It is the new Norma by My Favorite Things, and I used Adara Fibers. Fat Fluff is what it's called, and the colorways are Creme Brulee. This is Dreadlocks, and this one, oh, what is the pink called? I can't remember what the pink is called. Anyway, I love it. I've tried it on. I've blocked it. The sleeves are nice and long. They cover my hand. They come all the way down to here, which I think is fabulous. I love that because I just wanted something super cozy. In fact, let me just try it on. You'll be able to see. Okay, here it is. All the way around, nice and long. I can wear it with leggings. That's what I think I'll be wearing it with. Look how long my sleeves are. I love that. That's just perfect for me for the winter time. And it's so soft and so light. I can't even tell you how light it is. I absolutely love, love, love this. So that's my one finished object that I have. Before we go on to whips, I wanted to talk about Advents. I have, oh gosh, I've bought so many Advents this year. Let me see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I think I've purchased 6 Advents. One of them is, actually 2 of them is gonna be I can't say the word. I am partnering with Christine of KBYK Collections. I'll put her Instagram handle up here. She makes the most amazing, adorable project bags. And she and I have been messaging each other over the last probably year and a half. So this is, I got it already. Look at that. This is the 12 Days of Gnomes Advent Calendar, and it was offered by Yarn Bowler, Janet of Yarn Bowler, and Amanda of the Crafty Jackalope. So you know it's going to be adorable. You're going to be able to make gnomes with this. In addition, you can, you know there's going to be bling in here. There's going to be sparkle because Amanda is famous for all of her sparkly yarn, her sequin yarn. That's where I get almost all of my sparkly yarn from. I got it early because they got together and did 3 months worth of work in only a month to be able to get these out before the tariffs went into effect at the end of August. So I've had this for quite a while. What we did was I got some adorable gnome fabric and Christine is making a project bag. So we are going to be putting together a prize for this, and it'll include the Advent and a gnome project bag. So I'm really excited about this. This is really cute. The other Advent that I've received already, I don't know why, but all my Advents are coming from out of the country. And this one is the camel's yarn, and it's called The Art of Seaweed. So this is the other one that we're going to do. If you want to take a look at the colorway inspiration, go up and look on their site on Instagram. Look at their Instagram accounts. I will just do a little peek because you can't see much. But here we go. There it is. So we'll be doing that one also as a giveaway. And this will happen in November. So in the next probably two to 3 weeks. But look at this. She has a whole book in here, and Hannah has just what she does with her yarn is just amazing. So she has December 1st. This is some of her inspiration. I can show that. So I love this. This is going to be gorgeous. Can't wait to see what that all entails. In addition, let's see. I purchased, I have to look at this, Tara from Irish Artisanal Yarn. I met her at, I think it's called Unwind. It was in Farnham, just outside of London. It was a yarn festival. Oh, I can't even say that. It was a yarn festival that I went to when I was in England when my husband was working. And so it was over Valentine's Day weekend in February of this year. And I ordered, hers is 4-ply, which I think they're 4-ply. When they say that in England, it's a fingering. And it's 65% merino, 20% bamboo, and 15% silk. So that hasn't come yet. I actually reached out to her yesterday. She's the only one that I haven't received a notice of tariffs from her. Then we have Hannah from the Camel's Yarn, which we've done that. So I don't know, I think there's a variegated box. That's what that is going to be. And then there's the fiber fox. I love the fiber fox. I got one of her advents, I think 2 years ago, and it was really, really a great advent. It was a fade, which I really liked. This one is, I ordered the gold sparkle sock yarn, and her theme this year is cottage garden. So that's going to be really cute. Then there's the Curated Yarn Company, and theirs is called Christmas Chalet Sleigh Away with, I got a medium project bag by So Yarnalicious. And again, I'll put all of this information down below, the links, so you can look them up. If I can find them, I'll put them up right here so you can see that. And the yarn that I chose for that one was called the Luxe Silk Alpaca Cashmere. I don't know. I'm sure it's a blend and it's gonna be uber soft, and I'm really excited. Then I have this Skein and the Stitch, and that's an advent in Avonlea. I'll put a picture up here of that. The colors on this one is what drew me to this, because, oh my gosh, these colors, they're so beautiful. And that one, I actually got the Natural 4-ply non-superwash. That's what I chose for that one. And then the very last one, which actually just showed up, when I talked, it's Les Garçons Frozen Paths Holiday Project box. So last year I got the box from Max and Vincent, and it was the most adorable thing I think I'd ever received. There was a custom stitch marker that they had designed. I don't know if you know that Max not only is a knitwear designer, but he is a children's book illustrator, and his illustrations are just magical. They are so beautiful. In fact, you know what? Let me go get the box and I'll show you what I mean. Here is Les Garçons Holiday Mystery Box from last year, and it's called Northern Wonders. Is this not the cutest thing you've ever seen? I mean, come on, right? And so let's open this up. The inside, oh my gosh, look at the inside of the box. Look at that, with the moon and the bunnies. Oh my gosh, I was just blown away. And I will show you so here is their yarns. Look at that. I mean, even the labels on the yarns have, and then we got some stickers. I'll show that to you, hopefully. See that, if that works. Got some stickers there. Let's see, was there a little, yeah, a little card that came. And then these colors here. Oh goodness. So here are the colors. I'll just hold them up this way. I mean, you could make something so fabulous with all of this. Here we go. There's all the colors that we got. So you also got a stitch marker one day. There was Eco liquid detergent. And then there was a candle, a soy-based candle. That was, I mean, even the box where the candle came in, there were stickers with numbers on them. I mean, gosh. Oh, and then we got look at the Christmas ornament. And it says Les Garçons on the back. How adorable is that? So they are offering another one this year. And again, it's Frozen Paths. It's their holiday mystery box or holiday project box. With the yarn that they put in there, you will be getting a pattern to knit with that yarn. So I really liked the idea of that. Okay, so that's all the advents. When they come in, I think I'll do some shorts and maybe some reels on Instagram on, you know, daily, showing that up. Stay tuned. Really soon, probably, I'm thinking the next one we'll be doing the giveaway, early November. So I not supposed to say that word. I don't know why. Somebody said it on a video I was watching, and anyway, whatever. The algorithm, schmalgorithm, who cares? just as long as you're here with me, we can have some fun. So that's what we're gonna do. Okay, let's go on to whips because I gotta have a lot of whips. The first whip I'm going to show you is called the Goat Cowl, G-O-A-T, by Laura Dobratz. And these were some yarns that I picked up at For Pearls in Winter Haven, Florida. And this is called, I know this is called Christmas Sprinkles. So I'll bring this up a little bit closer. So that's Christmas Sprinkles. And then we have, this one's almost gone. And these are the two that I chose to go with it. So I'm doing the cowl, and it's supposed to be not a fade, but a marl. So this is what I chose, and this cowl is supposed to be marled, but obviously these are very contrasting colors, so it looks a little more stripy. What I'm doing is I'm actually knitting it inside out because you're supposed to be purling with one knit stitch in between a bunch of pearls. So you start off with 3 purl, 1 knit, 3 purl, knit purl. Oh, let me say that again. Purl 3, knit 1, purl 3, knit 1. Then you do an increase, and eventually you're doing purl 21, knit 1. And I thought it would obviously go faster for me if I knit it. So if I did more knits than purls. So I flipped it inside out, and I will show you. There you go. This is what it's going to look like. And I've started on just, so you hold two of these together. So I started holding 2 of these together. Then I put 1 of these with 1 of these. Now I'm holding these 2 together, and then I will hold 1 of each of these, and then I will end up with just this 2. So I just thought it was an easy, fun cowl that I can knit up quickly for Christmas time. My daughter and I are going on Patty Lyon's Christmas market river cruise up the Danube River, and that starts November 29th. Yes, November 29th to December 6th. So we will be starting in Germany, and we will be ending up in Budapest, Hungary, which I'm really excited about. So I want to have this finished by then, in addition to the fact that I need to get most of these whips done because I really saved December for Advent knitting, and I will be doing a separate YouTube video for Advent patterns, things that you can take your Advent yarn and that I think are beautiful, that knit up really well. That was always, for me last year, that was really hard, finding some good patterns that you can use your Advent yarn on. I know we love having Advents, and I know we love opening it because it's like Christmas in a box for me. And at this age, I don't, get gifts under the tree, and Santa doesn't come down the chimney or any of that stuff. So I find this to be really fun. Anyway, so I'm gonna flip it back this side again. And that is the Goat Cowl by Laura Dobratz. So I have that one. I don't know, oh yeah, where did I get, oh, this is called All Knit Up Designs, and I got this at the Southern California Fiber Festival last year. I thought it was cute because I love the little campers, very kitschy. Okay, the next thing I have is, okay, give me a second here. This is was my very first color work project, and it is called The Eternity Shawl by Anne. I don't know Anne's last name. Anyway, it's Norwegian knitting. She's in Norway, and she does online classes and groups that you put together. This, and I think it's called The Eternity Shawl because it's going to take me an eternity to knit it. This is the first pattern finished. So now I have to do 3 more of these. And then what you do at the end, because we're doing this in the round, is we'll steek this and fold them under. And so the shawl will open up and obviously be more like this size. I'll put a picture up of the one that she had. She's done it in a blue colorway. I chose a green colorway. And this yarn comes, I did get the yarn that she recommended. It comes from Norway. The only problem with it is that it is made for machine knitting. So because of that, it has these oils on it that make it really rough to knit with. It's not a joy. It's not ooh soft and it runs through your fingers. But what happens, so I'll show you. This is what it looks like at the top. And then here's what it looks like when you gently steam it. So it starts to open up and bloom once those oils come off. And once I wash it, it's going to be amazing. This is going to take me a long time to finish. It is, but it's just so beautiful. And I was so inspired. This is really what set me on the path for color work. That, and I took a color work vest and steeking class with Mary Jane Mucklestone on craftsy.com. So that really got me into the color work sphere, and I'm so grateful. I had been terrified of color work forever, and I'm just so grateful that I ventured into this area because color work is just beautiful. So that is the Eternity Shawl, and Norwegian Knitting is where you can find it. And I will put the link down below. The next sweater, I actually cast it on after my last podcast, and it is Joji Locatelli's Super Simple Summer Sweater. This is the one I'm knitting for my daughter-in-law. I showed you the yarn last time. Okay, so this is one of Christine's project bags. I love this because actually I can put it on a hanger and hang it up in the closet. She did this last year for Halloween. So it's a fun one for this time of year. Let's see how far along we've gotten. Actually pretty far. So we're getting there. And this is what it's looking like so far, which I'm loving. I'm loving these colors. I made this from Lamb & Kids Birdie. It's a DK and it's really soft. It's super fluffy. Again, like my Norma, the Fat Fluff from Adara Fibers, it's just super fluffy, super light. So my daughter-in-law didn't want anything turtleneck. She doesn't like having it up on her neck. She says she feels like she's choking. So that's what I'm doing for my daughter-in-law, Alexa, for Christmas. So I need to get that done. How to help you with that. Yeah, I shouldn't have said her name because every time I say her name, my Alexa goes off because it hears me. I need to rename it Echo. That's what they had to do at their house because they can't say their mom's name, or my son couldn't say his wife's name. Otherwise, it just kept, what do you want? How can I help you? Because her name is Alexa. Okay, so that's for her. Also, since we last spoke, I have cast on the Rosy sweater. And I'm actually going to do a short about this. So there are a couple things in the instructions, particularly once you get to the raglan section, that I felt were a little vague, and I just wanted to clarify it so that if you knit the Rosy sweater, you won't run into the same problem that I did, which is yesterday I had to frog back 14 rows because from the instructions, it looked like she was having increases on the back and the front only, not on the sleeves. And that was not true. You were doing increases on all of it. So I had to rip back 14 rows yesterday because you do one row of increase and then a row of knitting and then increase, knit. So you did that 7 times. Rows 1 and 2, 14 rows. Thank you very much. But I got that done and I started. I'm now to my second row of color work. Let me see which is the front, which is the back here. This is the back. Okay. So here it is. This is how far I've gotten. This is going to definitely be a turtleneck, and I am going to knit it double and then turn it in on itself and attach it to the inside because I want a nice fluffy big. I know somebody once somebody in the comments said, "Don't cover your neck up. You have a beautiful neck." I'm like, oh yeah, but I also have a very long neck, so I can carry off turtlenecks and it's just fine. So I do like turtlenecks in the winter. I just like feel so cozy when I have one on with the sleeves down here and anyway. So it's supposed to be super oversized. I don't know if you can see this, but I'll show you. I'm handling 5 yarns right now because I'm doing color work. So this is the main, which is the fingering with the mohair. And then I have 3. So this is a sparkle yarn. Has a little bit of sparkle to it, held with the mohair. And then I got the sequin yarn. I'm adding that in. So only the roses are going to have the sparkle and the sequins. This is how I manage the sequin yarn. I actually put it in a sandwich bag and then close it up until just about right here. And then it lets it come out without it becoming all crazy and knotting all over the place, because this unravels really, really quickly and really fast, and it goes everywhere. It's like a yarn barf. So that's how I manage and control that. That's what I'm doing right now, is the rosy sweater. I love it. I'm super excited. This is one that I really hope to have finished by end of November so that I can, one, be free of that for December's knitting, but also I want to wear it on the cruise. This is one I want to wear there. And I think, yeah, that shawl, the shawl I made, that was the finish of it from last time, and then this. So those are a couple of things I'm taking on my knitting cruise. Okay. Lastly, I think that's all my whips. That's all my whips. But, oh, I forgot to tell you. So my last podcast came up on a Thursday. On Friday, I went to my friend Gloria's house. The guys were gone to Indianapolis, where we got our butts royally spanked. It was an embarrassment and a humiliation. I'm just going to be really honest about that, put that out there. But Gloria is the queen of parties. Her husband works with my husband, and she knows how to throw a party. So she had a bunch of women over to her house, and there was food and drinks and crafting. And we all made nutcrackers, okay? So here's my Vegas showgirl nutcracker. I mean, yeah. I don't know what to tell you guys. Oh my goodness. Apparently the girls there thought it was really good. Honestly, I don't know how much they were drinking because, yeah, I don't know. When I was in junior high, I think I was in 7th grade, I got a D in art. And you have to try really, really hard to get a D in art. But I got it from Mr. Kelly. Thank you, Mr. Kelly. So one of the ladies said it was so good that it looks like it would be something that Home Goods would have. So Carmen and Maria have challenged me to take her to Home Goods and put her on a shelf, which I actually might do. So that's my nutcracker. Okay, let's see. Future plans. On Saturday, November 1st, Joji Locatelli is doing a mystery knit-along shawl. And it's a crescent-shaped shawl, 1 skein. She says the perfect yardage would be 420 yards. Fingering weight, if you do DK, you'll end up with a larger shawl, but you still need at least 420, around 420 yards for this. So I need your help because I can't decide. I went to my closet, I looked at some stash. You're gonna see a theme here. My first choice is this Knitwise Fibers yarn. It's called You Jump, I Jump. And this has 600 yards. So it's 80% superwash merino, 10% cashmere, and 10% nylon. But I mean, look at the speckles there. Really, really pretty. Okay, I'm kind of thinking of, since I'm knitting it in the month of November, I'm probably going to take it on that cruise with me. So kind of giving Christmassy vibes. There's that one. Or I have, this is Ruby and Roses, and it's called Mistletoe Mixer. I got this last year. Maria and I both ordered it. I think we were texting each other while our husbands were watching football, and here we are just like, they have no clue. We're off spending money on our phones. Okay, so this is Plump Rose, 85% superwash merino, 15% nylon. This has 400 yards. I have 2 of these, so I can definitely, if I have to dig into the second skein, I can do that. So you see, we kind of have a theme going. The next one though is this Malabrigo. This is a fingering. It's exactly 420 yards. So, I mean, this one's so beautiful, and I only have 1 skein, so it would be a 1 skein wonder. Or this Malabrigo. This is from their Zodiac collection. It's the Malabrigo Rios. This is the Libra, and this, don't let it fool you. There is variegation in that. It is gorgeous. Oh, you know what? Let me hold this one up closer too, so you can see that. Okay, so here we have A, B, C, and D. Okay, so this is Knitwise. This one is Ruby and Roses, Malabrigo Fingering, or Malabrigo DK. Let me know below which you think I should knit, and whatever you guys go for, I'll knit it. Okay, because I like all these, but you can tell, right? There's a theme going on. All the colors are kind of the same. That's what I need help on. So that starts on Saturday. So get your vote in really quick and put in your opinions, because I'll go ahead and knit what you say. Okay, last, acquisitions. So Carmen did make it over to Henderson, close by where I am, and I went to her house, and she gave me my sweater quantity to make the Raya sweater. I'll put it up here, by Jeanette Knits. And this is what we came up with. Main color, and that's the mohair. So I will be casting that on very, very soon. So I got that, and then when I was in Florida and I went to Four Pearls yarn store, I picked up, oh my gosh, this Hella Hank, and this is called Terrazzo. Let's see, it is 80% superwash merino, 10% cashmere, 10% nylon. But look at those speckles. I'm in love. And I'm actually thinking of maybe doing an Elton with it, because this is called Nailed It. But look at these together, and look at the like the gold undertones in this. I mean, that would be really contrasting, but I'm loving that. So I got enough sweaters quantity for this. And then I turned the corner. I've never seen this, but I'm dying, you guys. I'm dying. This is called Mo Slub. And look at this. It is mohair and hand spun, I don't know, with these slubs in them. And I'm just thinking, all you need is just to make a basic shawl in whatever shape you prefer. So I think my two favorite shapes are triangle, even triangle, or a crescent. And I mean, and then look at this one. Look at the colors on that. Her mauve slub. So you can, I'll put the website down below. You can go look at it. She does have yarn that's just slub, and they actually, I think her mom, Laura Dobratz, has done a pattern with just the slub. It's a sweater, probably a short sleeve sweater with just the slub, but mauve slub. How beautiful. This is the star of the show. The pattern is not the star, it is the yarn that's the star. And this is just gorgeous and glorious, and I love, love, love this. So I'll be knitting up a shawl with that. Okay, I think that's it for this week. We'll be back in 2 weeks. Also, look out, I will probably be dropping a video on November 2025 patterns that are new to Ravelry, just like I did for the October one. If you have not seen that video, I will put it at the end. Thank you so much for being here. Don't forget, if you like this video, give me a thumbs up. Please comment below. I love hearing your comments. If you really like it, you can hit the subscribe button. I would appreciate that. And you can always watch this video that I put up. Make sure you put joy in every stitch that you knit. And thank you so much for following along and watching today. We'll see you soon. Bye-bye.